Hello, everybody. Welcome to theplugmusic.com, the simplest way to manage your music publishing. My name is Davis Natzel. You can also call me Davey. I'm the creator of theplugmusic.com. And what we're looking at here is the screen that you're going to see on your dashboard as soon as you create an account. So the first step is to sign up. And once you've done that, you'll see a screen like this. Now, I'm going to walk you through how to register your music using theplugmusic.com and collect all of your publishing royalties. But you might notice that a couple things are a little bit different. I am constantly working on the site, so if anything looks different when you come back and do your process compared to what you're seeing now, don't worry, it should all be pretty similar and pretty straightforward. So when you first create your account, you'll have your first and last name, but I don't have any of your PRO information or your IPI number. Now, if you're new to publishing, you need to know that this information is critical for me to submit and properly register your publishing information so that you actually collect your royalties. So, if you don't have an IPI number, I suggest you go to the ASCAP website and sign up and get one. It's free to do it. Sign up as a writer and a publisher. That way you can collect both your writer side and publisher side royalties. I'm not going to get too far into that right now. We're just going to demo how to do royalty registrations from the site. So one of the things you can do here is you can click this button and this will actually bring up an ASCAP search. So if you do already have a IPI number, it should bring it up for you. So that will get you started a little bit faster. Now I'm going to go to Edit Profile and I'm going to add my information here. I'm registered at ASCAP. When I check one of my existing registrations, let's see, here's my publisher. And my publisher IPI number. Okay, so now I've added all of my writer information and I'm going to submit that. Now you can see it's been added to my profile, and every time I come back to the dashboard I won't get that pop-up anymore. Now the next thing I want to do is add my splits. So basically what I'm doing here is saying this is basically a category where I'm going to put a bunch of songs in. I'm going to say this is 100% owned by me. Here I am. Okay, now I've created splits that are 100% owned by me. I'm the only writer on these splits and I get 100%. Another thing you can do here is you can add a profile image if you want. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring music into our profile. So I'm going to click this button, find an ISRC. Now going to Spotify, I'm going to copy a song link. This has to be a song link if you're looking for an ISRC. If I search there, there's my ISRC. I can see some more information. It's the right song. Now when I go back to my dashboard, I can see that this song has been added to my account. If you want to bring in the rest of the album, as you can see, this album has 17 songs. So that's why I added a button here for you. So once you've added one song, you can ingest an album and it will continue on and it will bring in the rest of your music. So as you can see, I'm adding tracks to my profile. This looks great. In the meantime, I'm going to grab another album link. So I'm going to copy the album link for another album, and This time I'm going to go to find a UPC, drop my album link. This is another publishing registration code that you would need. Now when I go back, here are my albums, and so now again I can click ingest on the album to bring in all of the tracks from that album. Okay, so here's my artist, Davey in Technicolor. I've ingested 2 albums, 26 tracks in total, 0 of them are registered. And just so you know, if you're looking for a quick share link to share this music with your fans or make a post on social media, I do have some other links here that will allow you to open that up. So here's a link to this song. You can copy that link and share it with someone. Here's for the album, and so that way whatever platform your fans are listening on, they can quickly jump to your album on the correct platform. Now, keep in mind when you sign up, you will get an email confirmation. So don't forget to click here to confirm your email address. And going back to our dashboard now, we've found 26 ISRCs, or in other words, tracks. We've created splits, and now I'm ready to do my publishing registrations. So now that we're here, I'm going to select my splits, and I'm going to select all of my tracks here, and I'm going to add them to my splits. Okay, there's one more. Okay, so now I have this splits information that's 100% owned by me, and there's 26 tracks assigned. So now, if I click any of these buttons here, this will actually run my publishing registrations, and there's a number of destinations that you should register with to collect 100% of your publishing. So for your PRO, which gives you your IPI number, that would be either ASCAP or BMI, or SOCAN if you're based in Canada. I'm adding support for more PROs if you're an international writer, but also keep in mind if you are international, you can still sign up with ASCAP or BMI, and I personally recommend ASCAP. MLC and Harry Fox are 2 other organizations that will pay you publishing royalties. They share the same information, so when I register with the MLC, it will share that registration information with Harry Fox. Music Reports is another company that will pay you publishing royalties. And Sound Exchange technically is not publishing royalties. It's actually from the recording side, which for every song, you have the song that you wrote and then the recording of that song. So those are actually 2 different copyrights. These organizations all pay you royalties on your song. This organization pays you royalties on your recording. So it's a little bit nuanced, but for most independent musicians, it's all the same kind of information. If you own 100% of your music, we can deliver to all of these places, and that will allow you to collect 100% of your royalties. Now, if you want, you can just click Run All Registrations, and it will show you that you're registering 26 tracks at each of these destinations. Alternatively, I could register just with MLC and Harry Fox. I can submit that. Now you'll see this pop-up here letting you know that whenever you submit registrations at theplugmusic.com, that request comes to me, and I will review your submission to make sure that you actually own the publishing for the songs that you're submitting. And one of the ways I do that is to go to Spotify and actually view the credits. So as you can see, here I put myself as the writer, and so it's very easy for me to confirm that I wrote this song, and therefore I should be getting the publishing royalties. So please do your best to make sure that for the music you're releasing, you're putting yourself, your actual legal name, as the songwriter, and at least somewhere here in the credits, so that that way when you do your registrations, I can actually confirm that. Now, if I click Run Registrations Now, I already submitted all of these songs for MLC and Harry Fox, so that will not get submitted again, but I'm going to register all tracks and submit for all of these other endpoints. So there's the notification again that it goes to review. Once I have reviewed your submission and approved it, your registrations will go to the proper destinations. By using theplugmusic.com, we are basically entering into a co-publishing agreement where me, through my publisher, The Plug Music, takes 5% of the publishing side. Basically, that is the bare minimum that I need to participate in order to actually submit your registrations on your behalf. Now, if you've heard of some other publishing administrator companies like maybe Songtrust or Centric, they take 15% and you have a sign-up fee, whereas by using Plug Music, there's no sign-up fee and we only take 5%. And what's even better is that if you use one of these other publishing administrators like Songtrust, you're relying on them to do all the registrations for you, which from my experience, I can tell you they don't always do. When I approve registrations at theplugmusic.com, those registrations will go out almost immediately, usually the same day, if not the same day by the end of the week. And you will have an account as a publisher at ASCAP. So if you log in as your publisher and then check your catalog, you will actually see when I send your registrations, they will get added to your account. You will get paid by ASCAP. And in that sense, I will never be collecting your money. You always collect your money directly from ASCAP or BMI if you're registered at BMI. When you register at the MLC, you'll get paid directly from the MLC. So you have no questions about whether I'm actually paying you the correct amounts, because you will always get paid the correct amount because you get paid directly from these organizations. Now, you do have to be registered. You have to have an account at each of these organizations. I'll be making more videos to show that at a later time. But once you've submitted your registration requests, you can kick back and relax and follow up on one of these accounts after a couple weeks, because it does take some time for them to process the registrations that I submit. But you will see your publishing registrations show up on your account, and as quickly as possible, you'll be getting paid directly from each of these organizations. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for using theplugmusic.com. It is a pleasure working with you, and don't forget to keep making great music as often as you can. Thank you guys, and I'll see you around.